All messages. Wait, is that proper? Yeah. So I have more to mention regarding the fires and what was I gonna say? Fuck. I'll have to think of it. Think of the first thing I was gonna say. They're both important, but one thing. God damn. Okay, what's going on here? There we go. I want to mention that. Let me just use my fucking knife to stabilize this thing. You know what? I'm gonna do like this and trying to charge and do my thing at the same time here. To do some fucking balancing act of balancing a goddamn egg in the spring. Okay. I should probably turn a light on because it's a little difficult to see me, but I kind of like it low too. What I wanted to say is, of course, the water is being used for fires in LA, which means there might be, at the same time, there's homes that are without water now, 10,000 structures, I should say. And either way, I just want to mention, if you are in LA or near that area, you're gonna want to make sure you're running like just be aware of your water usage, because anytime the water faucet is going, you're going to lower the pressure, and low pressure means you're not going to be able to send the water to the location or put out the fires as rapidly. So for example, say you have a pool and you normally have this routine where you fill your pool up. If it's not fucking at the point of being dangerous for the pool, you don't want them to get too low, because water puts pressure on the pool's walls and everything. So don't let your pools get low, but if you're at a proper amount of water, don't go out of your way to overfill or anything like that. And everybody should actually go around, make sure all your faucets are off, and that way there's pressure for the water in the locations that are being used for the fire emergency. Hopefully no one gets to trolling. I hate revealing these things sometimes, because then a motherfucker will do the equal and opposite, which whatever. But, so I would recommend make sure your faucets are off. If you have a leaking toilet, you can turn this little knob down near the wall and turn the faucet off to your toilet so it's not leaking. Fix the leak later. And then I would recommend right now, everyone should be utilizing already bottled water, like fresh water, and then that can eliminate a whole aspect of water usage. So I wouldn't necessarily cut back on showers. You got bird flu, remember? So don't cut back on showers, but I would recommend getting bottled water. And you can have it delivered from Amazon. Amazon has water. If you're short of water, low supply water in that area, order it on Amazon, and they have all the fucking different types of water. Smart Water's on there for a dope price. Amazon has its own water. The stores have really dope prices, so if you can walk, then that would be something. You also don't want to add to the heat in the surrounding area. Right now there's a lot of heat that's not normally there, so I don't recommend turning your cars on, because it's not about the carbon dioxide, but the heat of the engine. It gets scalding fucking hot. Even the exhaust pipe and everything, it's all hot as fuck. So if you can, make sure you're not running your car, and if you need to do things, maybe wait till nighttime around this time to run your car when things are already a little bit cooled down. But I would just try to avoid it altogether. So the mailman is already driving around no matter what, and that's how Amazon delivers their packages. Let them do the driving. Stay off the roads because it's crowded. I would stay indoors because the smoke is just crazy to be breathing. And as far as that goes, I have one more thing to say, and hopefully I remember it. I should have wrote it down, but I was playing my Mobile Legends and I fucking let it slip by me. But that idea, whatever I was thinking of, led to this next one, which I just let you know of. So yeah, drinking water. Make sure your faucets are off. Don't run your combustion engine cars. Even electric engines, I believe, heat up the batteries and everything. So beware of that. And I would make sure all your devices are fully charged. Make sure you got your backup battery charged if you have one, because you never know when the fucking power is going to go out. All it takes is one wire to melt or disconnect, and you know, or they might run a blackout, brownout scenario, so that no more. Who knows if the fires are being started electrical, you know, in some of these homes. I don't know the situation, but I would make sure that you have all your devices charged, and make sure you have your water prepared. If you have bottles already that you've already drank, what's up everybody? Then you can fill those bottles up. See, I have one of these big ass bottle. Fill this up with tap water. If you don't have the ability to get, you know, water, but I would just fill it up. Don't even. I would just fill it up all the way actually, and just leave it at that, and then turn the fucking water off, and then there you go. You're not constantly turning the faucet. So hit up one of these, but I don't really recommend tap water. I do recommend drinking water for various fucking reasons, but or bottled water. So there's that. What was I gonna say? As far as the firemen go, I would recommend that the structures that are already blazing, fucking, you know, out of control, fucking not gonna come back pretty much. If it has a fire on the inside, go ahead and leave that structure alone. Locate yourself to these areas where the next fire is landing, the ember spots. And what you want to do is enclose the location. Who cares about saving these structures that are already damaged to the point of a rebuild, you know? So bail on that fucking location. Get your ass to the structures that aren't burned down yet, where the embers are landing, and your job is to put out the embers on the grass, the roof. If you are still in a house somewhere, the embers like to land on the rooftops, and what you can do is use your hose to wet down your whole roof. I just keep using the hose to wet down the roof, and then especially at nighttime, it'll sit there for a long ass time. Wet down the roof. You could even hit the walls, but I would really just focus on the roof. And you could even fill up a bathtub. This is very last resort scenario. Fill up a bathtub, and you can chill in the bathtub, and you won't be affected by a fire if you are caught in a house that's on fire or whatever. That's and there's no escape. And who knows how tall these structures are or where the windows are located, but you can fill up the bath water and chill in that for a bit. Put a towel over your head that's wet. Put your clothing on over your head that's wet or whatever, and you should be able to survive some of these things. But if you do have a fire in your house, you don't want to leave any windows open. Don't leave any windows open, no doors open, because fires need oxygen in order to continue burning. So if you leave a door open, if you leave windows open, you're letting the oxygen in, and it's just going to burn hotter and hotter. And a lot of times what can happen if you have everything closed is the fire that started will put out so much smoke, the smoke will snuff out the fire itself. It'll kill itself. So don't leave any windows open. Same with your car doors and everything. Everyone in LA, make sure your fucking windows are rolled the fuck up. Your car doors are shut. I wouldn't even turn on the engines at the moment. Walk to the store and experience what you call life in a city, you know. So if you don't like it there, if you don't feel safe there, then I recommend you move to somewhere else, you know, wherever you do feel safe. If you don't feel safe walking around in the location that you're at, then you're probably in the wrong location for your personality type. So, motherfuckers are alpha out there. There's all types of beings though, so just make sure that you're with a group of people even. I prefer groups of 3 to about 5. If you get too big, then you're attracting attention, or it can be, you know, just crowded wherever you're going. And then, but 5 fits in a car. 3 is really the best. 2, you're kind of risking it because you're relying on 1, maybe 2 people that can throw hands. But if you have 3, then usually people will leave you alone. Any sort of threat will be left alone. As far as the Nazis go, you don't want to attract attention, so don't make the group too fucking big, you know. But about 3 to 5 people should be sufficient for feeling safe. The hoses, the thing that I was saying about put the pumps in the ocean, blah, blah, blah. It turns out some of these structures still have access to water. So you might be able to, depending on who you are, even if you're a homeowner, connect your hose and leave it there for the fire department to work with. Because, I mean, one hose from the truck is just one hose. But if you have multiple things available, sometimes people are volunteering. People can run around, do their thing, you know, get this area wet. Just keep in mind the water pressure. As long as there's water pressure for these firemen to keep fighting the fire, then feel free to fucking use the water. You know, use up the water as much as you want. If you feel the pressure getting low, then I would close that thing down and fucking get out, dude, because you don't know when it's gonna go off on you. But what else was I gonna say? Oh. I already mentioned locate yourself to the beach. I'll hit that again though, just for anyone that missed it. Locate yourself to the beach because you're right next to water. If you locate yourself inland, you're risking another fire starting up. If it's more crowded inland, then you may end up surviving one fire while getting caught up in another. You don't want to be that big. You don't want to add traffic to the road. You don't want to consume all the food from this location. Going to the beach, you can pretty much be hitting up the same spot. Amazon could probably deliver things to a location, or I'm sure they're getting ready to send out some supplies for everyone that's without a home at the moment. But yeah, stay on the beach until then. Don't drink the salt water. I don't know. Were you recently injured in a car accident? I don't know if it's the uranium or the salt, but it's not healthy to be drinking the ocean water, or it could be all the fish shit that's in there. The whale shit, these 40,000 pound whales. Let me see. I'm just not gonna think of it, so I'm not even gonna try to think of it, but I guess that's reality. For this stream I wanted to play Mobile Legends, and I guess it can't be this one, so I'll have to start it up on this phone here, but I should keep these separate anyway so that my message gets out there. But I want to play Mobile Legends. I already got 2 warm-up games in, and I just want to distract myself and maybe distract others. Even future beings can distraction from all the chaos that's going down. Let's crack a Mountain Dew, bro. I don't have alcohol, and at the moment, like I said, I don't need alcohol because my liver needs to heal. I'm not trying to get this or that going, but it's literally that. I don't want to walk. I I want my liver to heal. Roads being cleared up everywhere can affect traffic somewhere else. So causing traffic in one location can actually cause traffic in various spots. It all adds up. The speed of the being traveling, what they need to get, when they need to get it, it can all add up in the end. So I try, when there's scenarios like this, I do my best to just kind of keep to my own lifestyle or whatever, you know, like kick back for a moment and kick back and fucking let everyone do their thing. Get this and that. Even though you're not in the location, people can still end up panic eating. People can still end up panicking and go and grab water and all this stuff because you never know how far an ember can travel, especially with the airstream and high winds and all this stuff. So, and I don't mean high up in the air like elevation, but high speed winds. So, I stay off the road and that's what I'm gonna do for now. I already have all my food delivered and plenty of sodas to be drinking. Even sodas. Sodas might be the more ideal thing to snag up at the moment because it has, right now you want to be aware, right? Well, caffeine is something that stimulates the functioning of the body. So caffeine would be good right now. Sugar is energy. Carbonation helps with digestion, and it is water. So I would say definitely go with some soda or something like that. Try to stay fine in these scenarios. You don't got to be all, you know, this, that. And some people say, well, soda dehydrates you. That's all, you know, debatable because your body will continue craving food if it's hungry. Sugar is a nutrient, so if you're not getting sugar, you might end up just continuing to consume water when really what your body wants is some sugar to be in it. Caffeine is a vasoconstrictor, so you might end up feeling less hungry. You'll also be more alert. You'll be awake. You can hear emergency alerts. So soda might be the thing to hit up at the moment. Mountain Dew has a shitload of fucking caffeine in it, and it's low sodium. So I'm probably gonna be hitting more of these in the future and now. And let me see. What else was I gonna say? I really wish I could remember what I was gonna say about. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good. See, what else could I say? Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So at the moment, 10 beings have died in these fires. And the way that I'm seeing it is that's 10 New York subway station beings burning to death. Beings just burned to death, okay? And I think I've already mentioned I don't like uncontrolled fires, and I really think that it's a painful way to die from burning to death. So that's exactly how I see it. You could say, oh, 10 beings have died. They burned to death. They burned alive. 10 New York subway beings are now fucking ash. Okay, so that to me is just really not fucking something to be proud of. I know the number sounds low, but I'm down to the fucking atom, and every single person I feel like counts. And they're all valuable in their own ways. So 10 is a loss of 10, dude, and I don't think that's cool at all. So, what needs to happen with that? far as deaths go, I don't know what to say. I don't really know what to say. You're not gonna be able to survive burning to death. So all I can say is, if you're running from a fire, you might want to be wet already. So say the fire is approaching and you're worried, because people that were in their car got blocked on the road. They had to abandon their vehicle and start running or walking. I don't know what, either one, but the flames were approaching. They abandoned their vehicles and everyone just started running. So that's a perfect scenario for what I'm about to say here, which is, before you leave your house, you might want to have a set of clothing that is soaked in water, like shower water, bath water. Have it soaked in water, put it in a garbage bag, and that's your fire retardant. So you'll be able to withstand a little bit more danger if you do end up finding yourself in it. And if something lands on you, it's not going to immediately catch up on fire. Remember, fuck, I just dropped my fucking screw here. I want you to remember, stop, drop, and roll. Fuck. Fuck, clean my fucking floors up, man. Stop, drop, and roll. That's the rule for surviving fires, is you gotta stop, drop, and roll. Fire needs air to oxygen to continue burning. So if you snuff it out with like a blanket or something like that, a wet blanket, all those things can happen. And I know people have animals too, so you might want to have a wet blanket to protect your animal when you're running. You don't want their fur to catch on fire. All that stuff. And it's very unfortunate that people are finding themselves in a situation where, I mean, I feel so Neanderthal discussing this, telling someone to run from a fire in 2024, but this is the reality at the moment. So it might sound like, why is this person there? Why is that person there? Well, the roads are fucking blocked up. It's overcrowded. Beings are here that no one planned on them being here. So, yeah, get some wet blankets or something, carry them in a garbage bag, and just fucking, that's your backup or whatever. Might even be dope for you. You can put it over your head. Use code NEWUSER. Get a beanie wet, get all that shit wet, and if something lands on you, say you have hair, this is why I told people, cut your fucking hair. But the thing about hair is it could potentially protect from burns if you get it out in time. But I would get a beanie wet, like a really fucking wet, and wear that on your head to protect your hair from catching on fire. And just everything, make sure everything's just wet, shoes, socks, and that's all backup. Carry that. Just like in the cartoons, how they put everything in a bag, put it in a fucking bag and just carry it, dude. And, yeah, man. So, what else is there? You could also wear sunscreen. Sunscreen protects from UV rays, but it really does protect from heat, because you can still get burned from fires. Just like, okay, the sun is a ball of fire. So when you're next to a fire, you can still get sunburn, which is just regular. I mean, I don't know why we call it that, but same scenario happens with fire. So you can wear sunscreen and potentially protect yourself from those low degree burns. I think 1st degree is the highest, 3rd degree is like a sunburn. Maybe it's the other way around, 1st degree and whatever, but sunburn is one of the degrees, and then the other one where you're seeing tissue or whatever, the next layer of skin on your body. Did you guys just see that? Saw something light up here. Still don't know. So what else is there to suggest? did want to mention that idea with the sprinklers. You might notice there's street lights everywhere, right? Everyone has street lights on their streets. All these street lights are hollow poles that could be sprinklers. And if your functioning fucking has your fucking life together, then these ideas don't sound too out of the norm. But I know some people are probably gonna immediately go, oh, tweaking, he's tweaking. I'm not fucking tweaking on anything. I'm very logical with my thinking. And there's snow sprinklers at resorts. It's literally water being piped into a very tall pole. The pole sprays out water and it turns into snow because it's that cold out. They turn those on sometimes. The same thing can happen there is you have these, it doesn't have to be a 360 pressure thing going on, but directed pressure or, something that's movable. I want to make it movable. Just have something that sprays one direction and could potentially put out at least the grass fires or yard fires and all that. So eventually we'll get to that point. First there needs to be an abundance of water. Then there needs to be an abundance of energy. Then we can make sure that we have everything available like that. So everything requires a pump and everything to function, or sometimes they locate the water tanks on a hilltop so that there's just natural pressure and you'll always have water, and even when electricity goes out, which is a lot of times why we do have water when electricity goes out. So that could be a scenario, but we don't have the water availability at the moment until people get that reverse osmosis, everything going, and then the energy to run the plant, the pumps, whatever, whether it's locating it up on a hillside, I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much the plan, is to do things like that. And it sounds weird to be like, wow, the government would actually take care of me. I mean, like, they'll use earnings and beings' energies to be focused on this location. It sounds so wild. Like, we haven't ever experienced that, so I know it sounds wild, but back in the day, back when we had our founding fathers, the original ones, one of them said, wow, people keep dying from lightning strikes. Well, what's lightning attracted to? The guy said, I think it's attracted to metal based on his kite and key experiment. It's attracted to metal. So what they did is they built 500 foot, and I don't know if this was founding fathers or when this happened exactly, but in the USA, this is a real thing. They constructed 500 foot tall metal poles that did nothing. They just sit there, 500 feet tall. And the intention of them was they placed them in heavily populated areas of the country. And whenever there was a lightning storm, the lightning gets attracted to this 500 foot tall piece of metal, and it strikes the metal as opposed to striking a being or striking a car or a tree or a horse or whatever. So that was one way that we the people were protecting ourselves. I know now they want to get us all involved in protecting some Nazi location. Does everyone feel safe now that Nazi has Iron Dome at your expense? Or does it feel like maybe we should have a reverse osmosis station? Because that's what they have over there. That's how all of Nazi Israel is getting their water. They have ocean water being filtered out in this reverse osmosis location, and it's being pumped out to everybody. That's how the whole fucking country is drinking water. So at our expense, okay, there goes our reverse osmosis, because instead of them having to build an Iron Dome for themselves, they got to do reverse osmosis. Okay, now we're left without either. We don't have Iron Dome, and we don't have reverse osmosis. And now we just keep having fires, and we have to keep listening to these fucking retards bitch about global warming when they're just straight up fucking retarded. Don't know anything about what's going on across the planet. There's fires in various locations. So I don't want to hear a fucking thing about warm winter this, warm winter that. Yeah, because there's fucking fires, you dumb motherfucker. And a lot of it is probably being caused by lightning strikes. If we were functioning fucking has our fucking life together, we would be able to have 500-foot poles stationed around the whole fucking country. No one would ever be dying from lightning. Here's the other thing. Now we can take it a step further. I've read into this though. Lightning is a strike. It says there's not a lot of energy in the lightning. I don't know how true that is, but when they break it down into the watts, the this and that, they said it's not very much wattage being transmitted. I'm thinking bullshit, you know, it seems like that's a lot of electricity, you know, that I'm looking at. So these things, just like a windmill, could be dual purpose. Where, I mean, windmills, I don't like them at all. I don't like anything about fucking windmills. I don't like how they kill birds. I don't like how they disrupt the airflows. I don't like the shape of them. They remind me of the Nazi pinwheel. So I think they're fucking shouting out Nazism. These metal poles, these 500-foot tall metal poles, I don't know why they chose that height, but that's what it is. They can gather the electricity and store it in potentially a battery or something like that. And now the battery runs who knows what, you know. They charged up my vape or something like that. I don't give a fuck. But they can be located across the whole fucking country and no one will get struck by lightning. No fires will happen. So there's something to think about. I mean, you guys always, everyone's just so fucking after the fucking fact with all their fucking ideas. Everyone's just after the fact, motherfucker. And people need to start coming out with the inventions like that where it's, well, let's make sure that there are no fucking lightning strikes in this location of the forest, that location of the forest. How can we do that? Well, you just put a fucking metal fucking pole there. Isn't that genius? You know, put a metal fucking pole and it's just absorbs all of the fucking lightning strike. No heat, no fire. Deer get to survive. The hummingbirds get to survive. Everyone, I mean, I'm seeing things online. China has a space hotel that's been built. They have all these various things that are just far beyond what anyone could ever fucking imagine. It's like, it looks beautiful. And it's like, wow, they really, the billionaires out there must really care about their population. Getting them into space, getting them into providing a fun location for them to all communicate with each other at and party at. I hate to break the news to everybody, but out here we're getting, all we're getting is, we want everyone to have petroleum-based Nazi forced identification cards. Hey, we need everybody to have petroleum-based Nazi forced identification cards. It's like, wow, thanks. Yeah, I really need this. Fucking asshole. But I swear to God, these fucking dumb motherfuckers just cannot fucking get their fucking shit together. It's like, how are you this level of fucking wealth and you're that fucking retarded? It's just furthering the evidence that this imagination form of currency promotes retardation amongst the species. Apparently, the only reason we aren't habitating, terraforming Mars is because it's not fundable at the moment. There's literally not enough money to fund Mars. So if there's this almighty filter thing that is preventing, you know, we're gonna die as a species. We gotta get through the almighty filter. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, let's eliminate the thing that's holding everyone back as a species. This imagination fucking currency. It's not rare, therefore it's not valuable. Same with the pixels on a screen. It's not rare, it's not fucking valuable. When you break it down to gold and silver, I don't give a fuck about a piece of fucking metal. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about a piece of fucking metal. Go ahead and keep it. Use it for your James Webb satellites or whatever, your arts. And let's get this motherfucker, let's get past this almighty filter, you know what I'm saying? But rich motherfucker, rich retard, is powerful only because of the fact that everyone values this imagination form of currency. So a rich fucking retard can't Can't have that done for anybody. There's no space hotel out here for anyone. Nevada looks like Mars. I mean, it's so fucking empty. It looks like it's fucking Mars. So for some reason, no one can build out there. I don't know. You know, it's like, let's just go terraform another fucking planet and yeah, it's just bullshit, dude. Fucking rich retard. My own string of comments, it fucking pisses me the fuck off when I'm posting my own fucking in my own comment section, and my comment it goes, this, you know, this comment can't be viewed by others, and or potentially not viewed, and I can't continue on my string of fucking comments. It's like, it's my fucking comment section. It's my string of fucking comments. If someone doesn't want to see it, go ahead and hit the fucking mute button. Hit the fucking block button. Okay? You don't have to look at my fucking shit. It's my fucking... So, I think each account on that platform, on that social media, should have the option to have all comments viewable. And if you can't do that, then, you know what I'm saying, it should just be forced upon everyone. Fuck everyone in the... Because, you know, in all these other countries, they're gonna go, oh, well, you don't have it in moderation mode. You don't have it in moderation mode. You're saying F word and you're saying Vicodin. I can't sell this shit. So when they're ready to be fucking living freedom, I'm sure I'll be back, but until then I'm all about YouTube, dude. The other thing that pissed me off was one time I said something, this was around like right after the Trump interview, and I said something and my account got banned, and it said it could be banned for multiple fucking planetary rotations. It got banned for about 14 hours, and I said, you know what, this is just, that was strike number one for me with as far as X goes. And I had other comments being feed before, but this one actually shut down my account. Then you got to go through and verify all these random moments. You got to verify that you're not a fucking robot. Okay, we verified you are in fact a human. One of them was, what is this sound? What if the being is deaf? What if the being can't hear the sound? What if the volume was off? Okay, it was these bees or something. It's like bzz, bzz, bzz. Okay, well, bee. Oh, you're not a robot. You're a human. It's like, this is fucking ridiculous, dude. And how many times am I gonna have to verify the fact that I'm a fucking human? You think a fucking robot could be posting the shit that I'm posting? No. It's not fucking possible.
Shut the fuck up!
La 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 la. And then I think YouTube is getting like a bunch of people uploading at one time. I think that's why it's taking long to upload. So if you are in that location, I would also recommend, and this kind of sucks, stay off the internet. And as far as uploading goes, so streaming is uploading. Watching a stream, you're doing a download. But anytime you upload a comment, anytime you upload content or anything like that, that's upload speed. Anytime you're watching something like a stream, say, or Pandora, Disney Plus, whatever, that's download speed. So download speed we're not too much concerned about. When the towers do both these things, I would still stay off even with the download speed. Go out and fucking hit up the bar or something and hit up a club until all this kind of cools down, because people need to be informed, and if they don't have the download speed, then they can't watch lives, they can't watch, they can't call for help and all that shit. If you're, some phones do FaceTime and everything, so not everyone has access to a like phone bill or whatever, but you have to have the internet all the time in order to have that ability to communicate. So download speed, upload speed, make sure that you're keeping your usage to a minimum. Playing a game is upload speed, like Mobile Legends. You're uploading your gameplay pretty much to this, to whatever it is, the server, the tower, and everything. So gaming against people, as opposed to you can game alone with Sudoku or Roller Coaster Tycoon's a dope game that I like.
If you feel suspicious
The original
about a
one.
person in your life, you need to do this before it's too late.
There is.
Just enter their phone
what other
number in
games
this
are
app
there?
and prepare to be surprised. I wish I knew about this tool sooner, so now I am
I
warning as
can't
many
think
people
of
as possible
any
to take
games
my
right now,
advice.
but Mega Man is on there. I bought that game a while back. And all those ones are just straight up no internet. You don't have to have internet for, or maybe Sudoku you do, but for Roller Coaster Tycoon you don't need internet. Mega Man you don't need internet. Play something like that until this all cools down. And as far as the angle of the water, I don't like the fact that these firemen are sitting at the bottom spraying up into a window. You should be up on a ladder spraying down on the floor. Fuck the roof. Spray the fucking floor. The roof is gonna collapse. It'll bury itself and you don't have to worry about a thing. But spray the fucking floor, because remember, heat rises. So you want to hit the bottom of a flame in order to put the flame out. You don't want to hit the top of the flame. That's the hottest part of the flame. It's actually just above the flame that's the hottest part. So hit the bottom of the flame in order to put a flame out. That means if the structure is 2 stories tall and you're only 1 story up, you gotta be on a ladder, which I thought these fire trucks were equipped with those. Get up on the ladder and spray down at an angle, down at the fire on the floor. You don't need to be spraying the roof. The roof is gonna fucking collapse. Fuck the roof. They aren't that hard to replace. And if the roof does collapse, then you have plenty of room to be just spraying everything. So hit the floors up, and that's how you put the fires out. You work from the bottom of the fire to the top. Don't work reverse, because the flames, the heat rises, you're gonna be boiling off your water. You wanna hit the bottom of the fucking flame in order to have this all resolved. So, let me see, what else? I feel like I've already said everything that I pretty much need to say. Also, if you're wondering where the money is, all the money is being focused on these fucking Nazi cage locations. You all have the money. You all have the beings alive already. They're just in the Nazi cage locations. All the money is being focused on enslaving someone as opposed to protecting the population. So it's not just about sending the earnings, siphoning the earnings to someone somewhere else, saving someone's somewhere else. It's about the earnings also being focused on funding Nazism and enacting Nazi law. They're so fucking brainwashed too. These fucking dumb fucking Nazis are just fucking brainwashed, bro. It's like, well, did anyone flip the wrist yet? Did anyone flip the wrist? Because I don't think things are supposed to be located on the beach, you know? It takes a wrist flick in order for them to go beep boop, beep boop. Fucking recalibrate their robot fucking Nazi brain. Go, okay, not a criminal. Otherwise, these fucking Nazi law enforcers are gonna go out there, and if you're on the beach, they're gonna go, you're not allowed on the beach here. Get in my fucking mobile cage, you fucking criminal. You homeless fucking criminal. What the fuck do you think you're doing? You're trying to survive fires or some shit?
Hey guys, welcome to the neighborhood.
Definitely getting you count.
Double time in band terms means kind of like cut time, but with marching. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, you're doing double that. It's like, you know. So double time means get those motherfucking legs moving. I even, like I said, I'm down to the fucking atom on everything. I would even avoid running at the moment because body heat. So you're gonna be putting off heat. Avoid running. Don't breathe in this fucking smoke. The masks that I wear, I really like masks that I wear, but I can't find where it is at the moment. But you can go grab it. So, I wear one of these, and this can actually be used like Kenny. You could put it over your head and do one of those, or, and get it wet, of course. Do like this, get your glasses on, your sunglasses. Definitely sunglasses. You can hurt your eyes with fire, just like a welding flame. you can blister your eyeball. So I would fucking have this wet, probably even have a beanie on, get your glasses on, get this wet, and now guess what? You're fully fucking protected. Nothing can fall because we got space here. So that would be my recommendation. One of these. They're motorcycle masks, but they're for really anything. But they're like, that's my favorite one to use, especially in these bird flu moments. You're gonna want to wear a mask no matter what. Wear a mask, man. Let me think. What else is there to suggest? If you're a person that has solar panels, you can go ahead and turn the air conditioning on because you're all set up for zero emissions. And if you're running the AC, then you're going to be able to cool your surrounding area. Maybe not a lot, but fires are harder to start up in a cool house. So go ahead and cool your fucking houses down. Cool them way the fuck down. And if you can get it to, see how low you can get it, would be my suggestion. And don't leave it on if you're running from the fire. That's going to cause a fire if the motor catches or anything like that. But you can cool your house down to probably 50 something. And just leave that motherfucker on. Especially if you have solar panels, you're not pulling any energy from the local station, the super turbine station. And so you should be able to cool the surrounding area just by running your AC. And don't run your hot tubs. Actually, it does evaporate water. Hot tubs are debatable. But I would do, definitely cool your house down. So do that. If you have pressure, fill up a bathtub.
One of these friends can order whatever she wants from the menu. The other has food allergies. You do your best to avoid food allergens, but accidents can still happen. Xolair is an FDA...
I don't give a fuck who approved it. I don't give a fuck about them. Oh wait, I want this ad. Actually, like. That's a different one, but. Snoop Dogg.
How y'all feeling out there? Yeah.
Oh, what else, dude? Open your fucking freezers up and get that house fucking cold.
I'm fucking with it. Turn my mic up. Yeah. That's it.
People should be having their ice chests ready. Load some food up in those motherfuckers. If you have any food that's close to expiring, that would be what I would consume and then give your fresh food to someone else. You could do the opposite, but I'm nice like that and I just fucking take the L. But some people have a little bit of storage, and if you know anybody, then I would let them have the fresh one, and anything close to expiring is all me.
Whiskey business, Top Gun. Dog back out on the morning run. Me and Drake, Red Rum, Take the cake with these breadcrumbs on my mama, son of a gun. This for my people, I'm just handling procedure. Hear no, see no, speak no evil. Vision like a desert eagle. Yeah, good storm with war scars from breaking laws and you charges. Top and charge, this shit is ours. Stacy
54 minutes. I've already been talking for almost an hour. I just got through another college course. 3 days a week.
and it got you feeling good, don't it? Same nigga, same odor. This is an iconic moment.
This is a perfect time, perfect example. 3 planetary rotations a week. There are night classes, so we have to include all times of the planet.
Thank you. I really appreciate the love. Never have so many done so much for so few. Good night.
I gotta sit down because I keep eating. So I'm gonna end this one. I'll start one back up. If I think of that thing, then I'll let you know. Let me lay down because I'm getting tired, and we'll figure something out. I might watch a movie before the stream, so it's not gonna be like an immediate thing. Movie and game a couple times, and if I come back on, it'll probably be later because I want to keep the internet available for everyone. Because similar to the traffic, if this cell tower gets used up to capacity, the phone starts searching for another nearby cell tower. If that one gets filled up to capacity, the same thing happens. So something that happens in one spot can affect an entirely different location. And I'm not down to the fucking photon. I'm down to the fucking photon, dude. I'm starting to get down to the neutrino. So let's end this. We're at 57. Any final comments? I don't really have any, but bong, dong, go! I just go with the flow wherever the universe takes me. I hate to leave on these crazy moments, but I do have to research a little bit, so I want to just get all that out the way, and then I'll be back with probably more suggestions. But this would be nice to get out to everybody, so I'm gonna do it.
is Alice. I worked for the Umbrella Corporation in a secret laboratory developing experimental viral weaponry. There was an incident, a virus escaped, and everybody died. Trouble was, they didn't stay dead. This was the start of an apocalypse that would sweep the entire world. The men responsible for this disaster took refuge underground and continued to experiment with the deadly T-virus. They felt secure in their high-tech fortress. But they were wrong.
I cannot fucking believe we got away. What's the plan? These motherfuckers. These motherfuckers.
What did I say? Oh, I had some joke recently that I added Michio Kaku about. Speaking in my art form, you know, I said something about how the satellite's moving through space. We could get one moving faster through space if we were to let the sun, let it orbit around the sun, and the sun's momentum will fling the fucking satellite out into space. And I said, but in order to orbit around the sun, you gotta first likely orbit around something a little bit smaller that's still big. So send the satellite to Jupiter, you gotta then orbit around that and fling it towards the sun. Once the satellite reaches the sun, it'll orbit around that and the sun should fling it out into space. Of course, that will take probably multiple fucking years just to reach Jupiter alone, and then to fling it back to the sun, then fling it out into space. And it's like, well, you know, we gotta think about the grandkids. We gotta think about the grandkids in this scenario. At least my grandkids will be happy, you know? My grandkids will be able to look at the sun. It's like, you know what, everybody? I'm so fucking tired of you guys talking about you want to prepare now for some fucking being that is potentially, you know, not even going to be living to that time. And for what, you know? Look around, everybody. It's really not that dope on this fucking planet. And, yeah, it was just kind of a joke. It was a joke about, I wasn't including the grandkids thing at the time, but I was just thinking, who would be looking at a satellite that takes that long to get flung out, and then reach the other ones that are already out there and go beyond? Probably be grandkids. And just thinking about that today, because everyone's preparing the fucking now for their fucking grandkids. It's like, can we focus on our fucking selves for a moment here? And it was a joke about Back to the Future. We got to go back in order to get to the future. And I'm talking about the USA Book of Law. We got to go back to how the founders spoke. We got to go back to their time in order to experience the freedom of the future, you know. And I think that's kind of what Back to the Future is making fun of, how we got to go back in time. It's like everyone's got all these fake laws that they're shouting out there, this is and that's about how the book reads. Well, let's go back in time for a moment here and see exactly how it fucking reads. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll go back to we gotta go back in order to get to the future.
You can take whatever job comes along, or you can train
So that was, I can't remember the exact order, but that was a fucking joke. Not a very funny one. I was pissed off at the time. I was enduring one of those fucking press briefings, and that was something that I fucking was thinking about. But that's how we speak in code, and I don't know if people will necessarily get it. That's how the smart beings speak in like reference, code, whatever you want to call it, metaphor. And I'm not really talking about space. I'm actually talking about USA Book of Law and defeating Nazism.
I used to ride the train, hear her line, my cup filled up with purple rain.
Isn't that a funny fucking joke? I'm sure he was slapping at me. Slapping at me like it's a Kevin Hart stand-up.
I'm so in love with her. My hope, my drug dealer. I sell my soul to her. Out no free funds, nigga. I woke up numb, nigga. I smoke like guns, but I don't need lungs, nigga. I'm got to all these nuns. Since the whole time just touched down. Fuck it, let's go. Party hard, just mix so fast. I'm starting to go. It took me 7 days to get to know it. So yeah, my plug is my face. Somebody stole my charger. I wake up. Yeah, my head hurts, but she got a couple bunch of Percocets in her purse. I can't find.
Not all my jokes are funny, but the good thing about jokes is jokes don't have to be funny in order for it to be a joke. So I'm allowed to tell things to people that are not inducing laughter, but at the same time, it is a joke.
It's hard to function when
And I have plenty of those.
without you.
I'm fucking loaded with them.
Without you. It's hard to function when I'm without you. Without you. Without you. It's hard to function. Girl. Oh, one more time.
Did you know you can get free phone service with free data? With Text Now, it's possible. Get free calling and free...
I know what I was gonna say. I don't think this is related. So there's something else I was gonna say related to the fires, but here's something I thought of. Anyone that's a drinker out there, drinking alcohol, what you can do to heal your liver, because a lot of times that's why people have to stop, like myself. You gotta let your liver recover, and whether it's 3 days or whatever time duration you choose, it takes about 1 year, 1 to 2 years for livers to fully recover, and that's down to the 100%. So it could probably recover 98% within a much shorter time, but to fully have your liver heal itself, because it's constantly regenerating, you gotta wait about 2 years for it to fully heal. But things you can do to help your liver, one is that I enjoy doing is eat artichoke hearts. And the convenient thing is, in the stores, you have to look around for a minute, but there's artichoke hearts in a jar, these little miniature jars. So you can go ahead and skip the step of having to cook these things. Eat this artichoke heart, and I guess it's really beneficial for the liver. And then the other thing you can do is, this one's a little more difficult. Just eat straight up liver, which comes in a can. You don't have to buy it. Just like the artichokes from the freezer section or something. You can get liver in the cans. These little, I can't remember what they're called. These some devil brand. But it's really hard to eat liver alone. But if you're in that situation where it's like, fuck, my liver's dying, eat liver straight up. And what I did was I mixed it in with mashed potatoes, and if you mix it in with that, it's actually not too bad. It does make your breath smell a little weird, but it wasn't too bad. It does look pretty weird. Liver is a very weird organ, but yeah, that's what I did. I think that was last planetary orbiter on the sun. I just was curious what liver tastes like, and fucking hot liver. And yeah, I mixed it in with mashed potatoes because I'm like, there's no possible way that I'm eating this fucking shit, you know? And I think that with mashed potatoes and maybe add corn to that would be really fucking good. If you want to just plug your nose and straight up save your liver, then you can go ahead and eat it straight up. But I would mix it in with something, and it just tasted like it all kind of like blends together and just tasted like a sauce or something, like a gravy almost. Or you could even do that too. Mix, get a gravy that tastes dope and just bury that fucking flavor. But artichoke hearts are apparently very beneficial. And there's a few other things. I think you're supposed to eat cholesterol can help heal the liver. But if you're high in cholesterol, then of course don't do this. But you can eat the egg yolks. And especially right now with the bird flu going around, I wouldn't do eggs. But artichoke hearts are like the best thing. And I think you can even, if you're into it, get the full fucking like regular artichoke. But it comes in, what's it called, vinegar, and you get a jar or whatever, so put your air screws in that, put some gold in it, put your meth in it. Yeah, dude, it's actually, the artichoke hearts hit pretty dope. The liver, I would pass. I could only do that one time. And I almost threw it out, but I got through it. If you are having a failing liver, make sure that you're keeping in mind that anything that processes through the liver is going to affect the liver's filtering and recovery process. So Dulcolax will filter through the liver. Alcohol filters through the liver. Sugar gets processed through the liver, specifically fructose. Gets processed exactly the same as alcohol. Alcohol is made from fruit, so there's probably something to that, but fruit gets processed in the exact same way. So if you're trying to recover your liver, don't eat fruit. And I would even avoid just sugar altogether, but don't eat fructose. Stay away from, at the moment we're in a state of emergency in California, not with just the fires, but with the bird flu. So make sure that you're avoiding this, that avoid raw milk, raw chicken, raw beef, raw pork, turkey. I would avoid all that stuff. Only get things that are already cooked. So I got hot dogs, chicken nuggets are already cooked. They have beef sausages that are already cooked, like at the factory and everything. This is just cutting down contact or potential contact with any sort of flu or anything else. Even viruses might be going around right now because it's colder. When it gets colder, the reason why people get sick is because it's easier for a virus to survive in the cold, because just like a freezer, just like a refrigerator, things survive longer when it's cold because everything is moving slower, including single-cell organisms. So you want to be aware that there's viruses during winter time, during this cold time, and there's also flus. Flus are not viruses. They're both different. You can contract both at the same time, and also have allergies. So if you have allergies, make sure you're hitting honey. Honey is the perfect type of sugar that I would recommend for people that are trying to avoid sugar, like for the alcohol purposes, for the liver recovery purposes. You can go ahead and mix honey inside of your coffee. Coffee has antioxidants, so I would say that even helps with staying healthy, because antioxidants prevent free radicals from forming. Free radicals can form into cancer cells. So Smart Water has antioxidants in it, and there's other things too, but coffee has it naturally, and you can go ahead and drink some coffee with some honey as opposed to raw sugar or that fake sugar. Fucking hate that fucking fake sugar.
We've got our wish. We're going home to Scotland.
I've even just done coffee alone. I was doing that at one point. Coffee, no creamer. I would even stay away from creamer at the moment, because anything, even just milk, they say raw milk, but I would avoid milk altogether, at least this month anyways. Just avoid it altogether. And if you're feeding a baby, feed it naturally and make sure you're all cleaned up or whatever. And naturally from your digestive tract. So What was I gonna say? Cancer is the leading cause of death. Dementia is the second leading or third leading cause of death. First is heart disease. What was I gonna say? And then as far as alcohol goes, I think that's just like anyone that overdoses on alcohol or something. That might be in the accidental category, but you never know what they say about it. Kiss the sky. When everyone can say what they want about how I speak, the fact of the matter is, all the leadership here, whether I call them Nazi or not, whatever, they're alive, right? You can say what you want about this and that. The being is alive, the beings are alive, so I don't want to hear anything about it because they're alive and we're seeing across the fucking planet. This person's dropping dead, this person's dropping dead, this person's unalive. So here we don't have that. So say what you want about what I'm saying, but the fact of the matter is the beings are alive. So let's not focus on what if, let's not focus on almost. I was told a joke back in the day, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Otherwise, there's really no point in discussing almost, because almost is, let's not be Mr. What If, Mrs. What If. Let's be Dr. Reality. So, yeah, when they always go, well, what if this happened? What if this while you were drinking and driving? Well, the fact of the fucking matter is there is no what if scenario there. So let's not focus on what if, blah, blah, blah. Let's focus on what actually occurred.
I have tried everything.
Which is what I call reality. I know you guys are stuck in your fucking imagination land. And it's not Disney's land either.
Let's get a real lockup up there, please.
In fact, I think all your imagination is being thieved from you, thus preventing you from understanding the concept of the movies being distributed to the population. So if you were to stop allowing this imagination siphon to control your life and control the species, you'd be able to focus that area of the brain, that imagination area of the brain, can be entirely dedicated to understanding art, expanding your knowledge, and who the fuck knows what else is, imaginative. There'd be theme parks being created, there'd be movies being created, there'd be more shows being watched and developed and more viewers, but everyone's fucking imagination, they can't get beyond this or that because they're stuck in, or they've been siphoned of all their fucking imagination area of their brain, and therefore have this inability to get through a fucking movie and understand the message. Fuck the police!
Fuck the police.
As far as the ID goes, you're not allowed to tax, you're not allowed to thieve earnings in order to vote. So any location that is requiring ID, you better be fucking providing it for fucking free. And that means zero taxes should be collected for the location to be even producing the ID or distributing them. So that regards the mail service, and that also regards the Department of Motor Vehicles. I would even say the post office potentially, but I believe it's Department of Motor Vehicles where you get your IDs for some fucking reason, even your walking IDs. But you're not allowed to have any thieved earnings in order to vote, so that location has to be free. Postal service has to be free. That means beings have to be public servant as opposed to collecting this imagination. Until that time comes, I'm sure once we reach that time, there won't be any discussion about these fucking petroleum-based plastic Nazi forced identification cards that can be produced anywhere on the fucking planet. What will be happening is what should have been happening from the start of the fucking country's development, which is an Ellis Island style entry. There's no such thing as tourists. Okay, when you enter this country, and I believe this is for every country, when you enter this country, when you enter that country, there's no such thing as tourists. You are currently that country's citizen civilian population. And the fact that you have to come back in 9 months to wherever you were located. That's the thing. You're only allowed 9 months in all these different locations. And then you're also, every single location on the planet, it's a 9-year process to get citizenship. So, I'm not sure who developed it, but 9 does mean no in Nazi. So, I think that's evidence of the Nazi invasion across the planet. I don't fucking respect any sort of aspect of making a being wait damn near a decade to be a citizen civilian and then also force them to go back to a location they're trying to escape. I don't support that, but I also don't support allowing invasion beings to be violating any sort of treaty or coming in here and enacting Bethlehem law, Quran fucking law, some other country's book of law, whether it's this location, that location, this continent, whatever. It's the USA Book of Law here. You have to understand the USA Book of Law because the only beings that are not required to follow the USA Book of Law are leadership beings from various locations. The powers that be, that means leadership. If you're not a power that be, then you have to follow the USA Book of Law, and therefore you have to understand the USA Book of Law. If you want to enter this country in any sort of form, you're gonna have to go through an Ellis Island style process, which should only take like a week. The only thing that I would change is I would make it so that there's no test. I don't like the test part of it. And you are supposed to be bringing $10 of element AU or AG. Those are the only legal forms of tender in the USA. So, and it's $10 in their time, not $10 in this time. Not sure when this inflation phenomenon occurred, but $100 is no longer $100 and it's disappearing at a rate of 4%. So, when they have control over the currency, guess what? You're getting poorer and poorer. Whereas when we the people have control of the currency of something that's actually rare and valuable, shouldn't have been thieved from us. It's all forcibly thieved to one location, Fort Box. And anyways, The Ellis Island style process should only be like a week. I wouldn't have a test. I would require the $10 entry fee. Entry dedication is what I should really call it. And as far as other countries losing their citizen civilian population, ours gaining, that's on them for not being good to their own people, not knowing how to respect their own kind. So we get to thrive as a country and accept new members into the family. This is one species and one family, but there are people that for some reason, I think they're reptilians. A lot of them are reptilian, I don't know, controlled with their minds, but they don't belong here. And I'm talking about the Nazi beings. Anyone Nazi anything, you are what you simp for too. So I don't want to hear anything about, oh, I'm just simping for the Nazis. I'm not actually, you are what you simp for. So you are required to follow the USA Book of Law here. Anyone that wants to enter is going to have to understand that Book of Law. It's very fucking short, very thin. And I would say it'd probably take a maximum of a week to understand it. And it's exactly like the word the. That was why I included the, that was my State of the Union, this last planetary orbit around the sun. I said the. Why did I say the? I'll discuss that right now. It's a word that everyone understands and knows how to use, but doesn't have a definition for it. So I believe the USA Book of Law is the same exact way. People are already doing the USA Book of Law. It's everything, everyone understands exactly how things should be and how they should function. And it's almost like going through it is just reiterating that fact. So it's not something that's hard to go through. You got to read about how alcohol is now your birthright. And everything. You get to pursue happiness. So it's a pretty dope, very thin book. It only took me the time that it takes to heat up noodles. And I'll show you that I actually bought the brand new noodles this fucking month. So let me see here. The time that it took me to heat up this. And I don't know if it was Parmesan. I think it was a blue one, but Alfredo. The time it took me to heat up this, let it cool down, and consume this is the amount of time that it took me to get through the entire Book of Law. And I did it. I finished eating while I was reading this, or reading the book. So it didn't take long at all. And I'm talking about understanding it to the fullest would be a week maximum. And people would probably understand it before that, but you gotta just kind of get a feel for how the words are, because there's a lot of words in there that are English, USA English, but they aren't commonly spoken by people for some reason at the moment. I don't know why. They choose to cite Bethlehem Book of Law that's been translated by some other fucking language that they don't know, and they're just trusting all these people that this and that happened. It's like, well, you know what? I like to worship the founding fathers. That's my Book of Law. That's my story. And that's what I'm gonna fucking dedicate my fucking freedom to. My whole life is dedicated to that. So it's very easy to fucking go through. I think it should be like a chilling type location. Like we just got hotels and all this shit, and right on the outskirts of wherever the border is, which could be like an island style, like Ellis Island, which is, it's like it's technically here, but it's also technically not here yet. So there's different locations we could be stationing these hotel things where people chill, eat some food, watch some USA entertainment. What are the, get a feel for the culture and all that. If not, if you just want to sleep, go ahead and sleep. But yeah, man, I would say you probably don't even have to wait the week. Once you understand it, and go ahead and be USA citizen civilian. So yeah, I see it exactly that way. It's a loss on the other country for not treating their citizen civilian population properly. not knowing how to live freedom, spread freedom, enacting Nazism. And it's a gain for the USA, and it's always a gain. I don't care who it is. If the being shows up retarded, then we're gonna put him with a group that helps with that. I don't know. So everyone, I would say, is welcome. You don't have to be a fucking genius. And yeah, I don't want any fucking ID, nothing like that. There is nothing, none of that back then. The ID is understanding the USA Book of Law and living it, being dedicated to it. You can go ahead and live it. You don't gotta fucking remain here forever. You can leave whenever you want. There was no such thing as passport. There was no such thing as birth certificate. There was no such thing as social security card. These are all imaginary things that have taken up our fucking brain, our imagination space in the brain. So, things that need to be eliminated in order to live freedom. And I don't like it at all. I want everything to be exactly how the fucking founding fathers intended it to be. If somewhere else wants to be how the fuck they are, then go ahead and you can be that. You know what I'm saying? Once you're a threat to my freedom, then we got a fucking issue. If you're not a threat to my fucking freedom, then go ahead and be you. You want to fucking slave out your own fucking citizen civilian population? You want to go enact murdering some other country that we're cool with, then you're gonna end up enduring some resulting factors. You know what I'm saying?
New group of retail traders at Trade Algo who have been seeing an unusual success rate in
I'm
options.
still seeing those things, by the way, in the sky. I keep seeing them every time I fucking look out here.
The
I
AI
don't know what
scans
they
through
are.
secret exchanges.
And Arizona is crazy right now, though. Let's see what time it is. 8:42. We fell back an hour, so spring time would be much more at 9:42.
Top momentum trades. We'd like to
The
offer you
moon
a
is up,
special gift
so it's
where
way
you can
bright
sign
out.
up for our SMS dark pool alerts for free. Here's what happens as soon as you sign up. When our AI spots unusual activity by Smart Money, we will alert by texting you with an exact stop ticker. Want a bonus? If you sign up now, we will also send you a
And like I
free
said, I'll
report
start up
on
the stream
how
again. I
we're
might
using
only get through a show as
data
opposed to a
in
movie,
options
but
trading. Hurry and claim this
something
offer
on
now.
Disney Plus.
It's easily worth $3,000 plus. Click the link below to claim free SMS Dark Pool alerts and a free report now.
oh, I just love this Pooh Bear song, dude. I'm so fucking glad I got this Disney Plus. Actually, let me listen to this song. I wanted to say also, I was thinking about this. I said firemen only work 8 days a month because they're on a 24-hour shift, so it's 2 48s back to back. I mean, 2 24s back to back is 48. Most of the time you're chilling in this fire station. Well, maybe not most of the time, some nights. Some nights it does sound pretty busy. But I would say you get to chill a lot of the times in the fire station, which everyone can pretty much do. You clean the truck, you fucking get the hoses all organized and everything. But then you have moments like this where you're risking, fuck, I could burn alive, you know what I'm saying? Or this being could burn alive, burn to death. So anyone that's scared of fire, and this is where I come in, uncontrolled fire, not all fire, but just uncontrolled fire. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm out actually with this whole 8 day sit around. I'm really out, dude. And if they let me be something like, if there's a job where it's like, stay here and watch the dog or whatever, I could do that. Make sure the fire hydrants are all secured, go around. I'd do something like that, but when it comes to going inside of a structure or being surrounded by a forest fire, that I'm not down for, dude. I'd be the Oculus. I could do Oculus and be directional with the drone or whatever, but yeah, I'm not gonna go in a fucking forest and risk my fucking skin burning to fucking a crisp. No fucking way. The way you die with burning, the nerves are only so deep on the body. I do think there's might be some nerves in the muscles and everything, but the skin feels it, I think, like a lot. And so that's a survival purpose, actually. People that didn't feel pain got injured and didn't survive. They didn't pass on their DNA, their genetics. So people that did feel pain ended up surviving. That's why we now feel pain. So burning to death, it burns the skin, and once the skin is gone, you're pretty much not feeling anything. But the other thing that occurs is the blood has to flow through the body. But if the blood circulation gets disrupted in some way, like a vein ends up bursting or burning or collapsing, then the blood's not going to flow through the body. It can even evaporate off because it is mostly water. So pretty much that's what occurs, is the skin burns to a fucking crisp, and then it gets to the muscle and all that shit, and you're going to end up losing your water, pretty much, your ability to transport the blood. So you end up dying. And that's when they end up dying, is the heart stops functioning, the brain loses oxygen. You can also lose your ability to breathe because your lungs have to have air in them. So sometimes the lungs end up lighting on fire because they breathe in these flames. It's a big fuck no for me. I said, you guys, everyone who's that brave to go out and risk their life like that. That's why I came up with the drone idea and the sprinkler system, because it's not just about my body, but I don't want anyone else burning alive either, as far as the citizen, civilian population goes, either military, whatever you want to call yourself, public servant. Yeah, I don't like things that burn, so I even don't like bombs because they fucking burn. So I have some bomb that is not loaded with uranium, which is another thing I don't like for cancer. So it's called a kinetic bomb, but yeah. I've already told people about it, and I'm pretty sure it's already developed, but motherfuckers are gonna add something into it to further the spread of success. But me personally, I didn't invent that, so don't blame me. Or I should say, I didn't add that into my invention, nor did I reveal it with my invention revelation, but I did invent something that I feel is very easy to provide for yourself, including materials available. I decided not to end stream. think you can rewind on YouTube, so people can still see this. It might actually be better to keep it going. People are falling asleep up here anyway, so. Those are so good. They're so salty though. That's why I need this low sodium soda. I almost want to just play Fortnite, man. Thinking about playing Fortnite because I do have Snoop Dogg's character or whatever. I kind of like that I stand out. It's going to give me a little bit of more aspect to playing against. There's that light again. Huh. What is that light, dude? What the fuck is that?
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and exclusive access to all things VIP, so you can superfan from your sofa. Try 1 month free.
I was just thinking about that fucking light being there, and then now I'm seeing that fucking light. And looking around again. It's like, are these motherfuckers sleeping? Someone's sleeping in the fucking forest? I was just thinking about that, man. Yeah, I just saw a light on the ground now. This is freaky. So earlier I was sitting down while I was playing Mobile Legends, and I saw a light shine on my ceiling, like just a bright light flash. And like I said, I had sheets up and all that stuff, and it wasn't in the direction of the door. It was way back against the back wall, so I didn't see how any light could shine through the door and be at that direction onto the ceiling. I do have that glass that's slanted or whatever, but who the fuck is that? Cause see, now it's off, and I don't see anyone going into the house. I don't see anyone out there. It's like, who's doing it? Who's doing one of these? Where you're walking around and you're fucking looking in a circle like that and looking on the ground and shit, and just turning the flashlight off or whatever it is, turning it on. It's like, what are you looking for? And I don't hear them calling the dog name or anything, and they just come out of nowhere. All of a sudden the light is on. It's like, you spooky motherfucker, you're walking through this shit fucking without a flashlight, you fucking weirdo. So I don't know if it's a fucking human mammal. I would be spooked to be walking without a flashlight, and I wouldn't know how to fucking navigate the fucking surface with all the sticks. But I see a little something, not a car. Who the fuck could that be? Right, there's something else, bro. Stay away from that shit. If you see a light or something like that, that's the exact reason why I don't fucking like walking around at nighttime, but I still do. But if I see anything sketchy happen, I stay the fuck in. So until motherfuckers are ready to stop being sketchy, I stay the fuck away from it. And I wanted to mention, I said, instead of moving to LA, you should move to Las Vegas. The location that I felt was the most comfortable for me, my wealth bracket and everything, is you go to South Las Vegas, the south part of the strip, right where the sign is pretty much, the welcome sign. You're going to take a left over the freeway, so opposite of the airport. The airport is located on this side of the freeway. You want to be on the opposite side of that. That whole location of Vegas, or whatever it's called, has new construction, bunch of land available. You can do whatever you want on. So, I mean, like throw a tent on it, throw a fucking trailer on it or whatever, and get yourself together. All those are available there. So that side of the freeway, that side of the Las Vegas Strip, and you're right there for entering Las Vegas. So that spot is dope. If you're in a wealthier if you're in a wealthier income bracket, Green Valley is the location. It's fucking just beautiful, dude. Like everything about it, but you gotta have, what I'm guessing, you gotta have some wealth to be able to obtain something like that or qualify for a loan of that amount, you know. I'm sure it's that's comparable to what LA would be probably, because you are on the outskirts. You're not in Vegas. You're in what's called Green Valley. But dude, it's just the dopest. Like I just fucking love it out there. So that location, Uber is gonna cost more to get to Vegas, but if you're into driving, you know, which I don't recommend, but you could always do that. There's a gym there, Target's there, all these eating spots, things are nearby, and the fucking, you're also in a good spot for, I think there's like a local library or like a university nearby or something like that, a Nevada University. So you're close to that if you're into college or anything. or want to attend it in the future. So, but I recommend, and then on the outskirts of Green Valley, a little bit northern part of it, that's where the houses available are that are a little bit like, not lower income, they're going to be less than the west part of the strip. They're going to be a little bit more priced like that, but remember you got to drive, and it's not new construction. Someone moved out. So those are available in that location. I recommend going to the side that is on the side of the Sierra Nevada mountain range. That's the side you want to go to. And I would do the southern part of the Las Vegas Strip. So that's where the welcome sign is. Which I don't know how they speak it out there. North is south, south is north. Terrible is dope. Dope is terrible. Terrible is actually wonderful. And wonderful is actually terrible. So keep that in mind, you guys. Stay the fuck away from Florida, it's riddled with fucking Nazi. Stay the fuck away from New York, it's riddled with fucking Nazi. And Nevada, California is dope, but you gotta choose your spots in California. And but Nevada is more affordable because it's just fucking vacant, dude.
Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk makes every moment better. With 50% more protein and 50% less sugar, plus a creamy taste that makes that smoothie even smoothier. Fairlife.
Life is expensive, but your phone bill shouldn't be. TextNow offers free talk and text plus free data for essential apps. And when the free data isn't enough, flexible data can be added with a click of a button. Unlimited data passes start at just...
You can't repeat the past.
Can't repeat the past.
No. Of course you can.
Parker, now I remember. Elvin, you're brilliant.
Trying to do better.
Otto, it's good to see you, dear boy.
How are you?
Trying to do better.
We don't want slow shit right now. No slow shit. We're in fucking fight
Come
mode.
on, Charlie. Use your new door. Let's go.
Fight mode.
I said go. Silly dog. I'm gonna trade you for a cat. Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah. You know what song I like? The Trumpets by, what's his name? I know you guys have all heard these songs, but for some reason they're new for me. I think it's called this. Fuck. Yep.
The bass and the sweetest make the speakers go to war. The mighty trumpet brings the freaks out to the floor. The bass and the sweetest make the speakers go to war. The mighty trumpet brings the freaks out to the floor.
Tell me, where the freaks at? Tell me, where the freaks at? Freaks at, freaks at, freaks at, freaks at.
Tell me where the freaks at. We get that bass thumping, people jumping all over the world. Got them speakers bumping, let me trumpet for the woman with curves. Got that freak flow, freak show. Welcome to the service. Let the leaders lead, preachers preach. Welcome to the service. Close the curtains on them if they're acting like they never heard it. See, we do this for a purpose, just to keep that fire burning. And we don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Till we play your trumpet, let the people go berserk. The bass and the
second printer. All we need is second printer. The freak set. Light way out there, so I don't know if that's that person walking around. What is that?
Folks on SNAP, SSI, WIC, Medicaid, Section 8, or veterans, listen up now, because only 10% of us know this. I tried that free smartphone program. It sucked. I know how you feel. Confused and humiliated is how I felt.
Yeah. I used to be able to play this. I probably could if I learned again. Repetition and reinforcement. If you've already learned something once, it's easier to learn the second time. Due to the fact that your brain has stored consciously and subconsciously memories regarding the learning of the whatever you learn. So repetition and reinforcement is the best way for the brain to retain memories. And each time you reinforce, you're going to further your knowledge and memory. There's that other star that was stuck in communicating with the other one. The blinking thing. I got a shower before my next stream. I got a shower. I would like to shave, so I stopped itching my face. And I'm not green, and it all depends on if I'm tired. I just don't want to yet. If you're in a location that's not during fire, this would be the month to avoid buying bottled water. This would be the perfect month to avoid that.
I have tried everything for my acne. Sound familiar? Over-the-counter, natural remedies, you name it, I tried it. Nothing worked. Snail mucin? Check. 10-step routines? Been there. Still breaking out? You bet. Then I found Curology. They didn't promise miracles, they promised personalization. A licensed dermatology provider actually looked at my skin, like really looked.
I don't know what that like to mean, but it's not moving.
Not some generic acne cream.
Something
3 months later, I'm not saying it's magic, but see for yourself. Head over to Curology.com to receive 50% off your first month.
activity. when I come around.
You found a place of complete focus.
We have to flush our
You ordered
system
your
because
thoughts and mastered your mind.
I did drink some alcohol the past few days. I'm slacking on my water consumption lately. Hitting the sodas a little hard. But you know why now. I don't always have things in mind. Health is not always my priority. Sometimes I have to come through for my citizens, the civilian population, and military, and myself. So it's about survival. In the micro and macro scale. My life, my current life situation requires one thing or another, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drink this stuff out. It's me cold. Whatever you drink is what's gonna be transported to your body. So cold means it's cold. And I don't always want to be cold. One can I burn to? Something is moving and blinking across the sky, not a plane. Very dim and very tiny, just above the mountain range or the ridge line. I don't see trees really. Above the trees too, tree line. And they are, okay, just flashed red. They are blinking back and forth, it looks like. That one is communicating with the other one. So I'm seeing that one up in the sky flash green too. Green, red, and white. I used to think these things were satellites or something station, but I do think they are beams. We're down to the photons.
Nature sure is full of wonders. Red Bull gives you wings.
Now it's flashing around. So that thing is definitely a thing, not a satellite. Seems spooky. How do you move so fast? We got, what do they call them? I'm seeing cherry blueberry. Damn. I wonder what he's after. Now I can just go by. Moving down slowly, very, very slowly moving down. Very, very slow. So you're not seeing much movement. It's just, I'm watching it for a while, so I'm seeing it do its thing. And I can just tell by how I'm standing and when I'm standing that it's getting lower and lower. A little farther and farther. More of them.
Attention Bakersfield.
They got the Nazi sirens going.
Upgrading your kitchen? Old
Scare the fucking deer. Scare the fucking wildlife. Wake them all up. Just sleep deprive a fucking deer. I need something faster. hear something new. It's weird that I didn't see their lights coming up to the thing, but they came by here. It's kind of strange. Yeah, that thing is dropped like, yeah, it's dropping. Okay, now things are flashing. There's another thing up there that just flashed, and then something flashed lower. It only flashed once, and it wasn't the thing, because that thing stayed there. Let's see if I can find it. Man, it was almost out of sight, but I saw it. Here comes something, some things. Two
Most
things.
people trade all day. I only need 20
Two
minutes
things
to
that
do
are
my
not
goals.
planes are
Here's my
coming.
secret. First of all, we have a desk, and we have a computer. Okay?
Maybe they were
I've added this
communicating.
monitor here,
They're lined up.
which I got for $75. on
Exactly
Amazon,
lined up.
so that I can have both my trading platform
And moving at the same
my
exact
charts.
speed.
So what I do is I look at the relationship between this red line and this blue
Pretty
line.
slow.
That's all I do.
I would say
And by
probably
looking at that
80.
relationship, I can predict whether that blue line is going to go up or down.
80 or
And what I'm gonna
slower.
do
They're
is
exactly
I'm going to put
lined
this
up.
to the test right now, and I will either
And now I'm
make or
flashing
lose
around, just
$200
moving
based
linear.
on my prediction.
That's
Okay, so
crazy.
right now what I see is downward pressure. So watch this.
Order filled.
Okay, now I'm seeing flashes over the mountain range, the ridge.
So I placed a trade, and you can actually see this.
Look at deers out there. Something's standing at the deer. Oh, dude, cooking. could have just stopped flashing in the yard, but it could have been the car doing something. I can't believe my life.
As you can tell, I was not created by GoDaddy Aero. It uses AI to create great-looking, totally pro logos in minutes. Like him. Now that's a horse. Me? Ugh. I look like a two-legged dog. A dog horse. I'm a horse, man, who needs some dental work. A logo that actually looks like a horse. Imagine that. I can't even name right.
Something just flashed and moved. Near the thing of the South Sun flash again. That must be the one they're communicating with, the central communicating keeps getting lower and lower. The sky does move pretty fast, but I think this thing is moving faster than the sky is rotating or the planet. And it just keeps flashing, man. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end it, shower. I might go with the same outfit, but I need to shower and I have other underwear to wear, so let me do that. And yeah. I'll see you guys later. Let's get this uploaded. Peace out.